All right, so for next year, we've got our classroom matrix that you guys have to have, and you're supposed to have it done by yesterday, no, that's 2 days ago, the 21st. So if you have not gotten that done, do you have yours done yet? Who did you give it to? Boy, was asking. Mary. Okay. That needs to get to Mary by today, the end of this week at the latest, because they're going to be here Thursday and Friday. Thursday and Friday. To get you started, you can use this one. I know a couple of teachers are actually using this one. Just as a general starting point, and then as the year goes on, it can be tweaked, making it to where you guys can kind of tailor to your classroom. I know there are certain teachers here that don't like them. They consider that to be disrespectful or a grievous violation of their rules. So again, this is just something basic that if you just want to use it to get started with, you can add or subtract, and we'll post that on Schoology so everyone can make a copy of it if you so choose and get it laminated. The newest thing is our houses. We're going to have 4 houses. Each house will be multi-grade. Have multi-grade representatives, so you'll have 6th, 7th, and 8th graders in a house. They will have 2 captains, co-captains that are students, and then you'll have 1 house leader who will be the faculty, be a faculty member. It's going to be the three admin plus instructional lead, Mary Payne. So that and they will be splitting up teachers, assigning them to teams, and then they're going to have a welcome back pep rally where students are going to be randomly assigned to each of those houses. Houses are set so it'll kind of be similar to the way we did Olympics. Each house will be a team, and you can earn and lose points based on actions. And again, those actions are based on our goal: give respect, get respect. On your actions, lead by example, and determine your own success. So co-captains, they are going to have the students, so this will be students, so these students will also help form our overall student council. But they will be doing their house meetings, getting teams, committees and teams for activities and events. Community service is possibly going to come into play. I think they're trying to work with some organizations outside of the school, so maybe we can do some community service. This says parish, obviously we're not a parish, we're a neighborhood. Co-captains will be chosen by the school administration, which is their house leads, and then they can be recommended by faculty members as well. They're going to try to keep them as 8th graders unless there are absolutely no good 8th graders available. Then it can be given to a 7th grader, but we want to keep those upperclassmen as our co-captains. Co-captains can be dismissed if they do not exhibit traits and behavior of their house, as well as our gold motto. So again, you can tell that we edited this, so this needs to say South Central. So disrespectful behavior, late and or missing academic assignments, excessive absences or tardiness, lack of effort, including specials or connections, lack of participation at school or house events, so any literary nights, math nights, Title I events, those type of things. Poor grades on an interim and or report card, violation of the code of conduct as outlined in the Bartow County School Student Handbook.
How many of those events are you going to require kids to go to?
There are no requirements. There will be points awarded, which is down, I'll just scroll down here.
I'm really talking about the captains, the co-captains that lack participation in like Title I events. So do they have to go to all of them?
That's a very good question. That's something
The
that...
student council was supposed to.
Yes,
This
student council
year,
was supposed to.
but they didn't. So
Okay.
I don't know if it's going to be, I don't think you can force a kid to do
Right.
You don't have to force them, but in order to keep that
it.
position,
So,
so that may be something we can talk to Mary and Admin about. Requirements. I would say at least 2. One a semester, I would think would be.
right. Well, we do 4 semesters, don't we? Or 4 a year, right? 1 each quarter.
Title I, you've got 2 a year, one beginning and one at the end.
Homeroom teachers, if you have any report cards or hold slips or anything that goes with them, please bring them to the admin office ASAP. Thank you.
And then you've got each content area, right? You've got math. They do STEM, which I think that's what they consider their science night, literacy. You're supposed to do a social studies. They're supposed to have a social studies fair, right? They didn't do it this year, so that would be 4. And then we're supposed to have a back to school open house, back to school night. We're supposed to have a milestone night. We're supposed to. It'd be good if we had an 8th grade night transitioning to high school. I think we could get
Yes.
and invite a representative from Cass and Woodland. That way, that they could talk, and we don't, and we're not trying to field all the questions for 2 different
Right.
schools. But so I would say if we're going to do a requirement, at least 1 a semester, and then you could get bonus points for anything after that. So they get 2 warnings, and then after that they can be kicked off as a co-captain, and they cannot be reinstated. I think they're talking about possibly if they get kicked off once, are they forever gone, or do they just have to sit out for the rest of the year? I guess I don't know how much of the year is left, maybe like a minimum. So house probation, for students who just refuse to participate and are disruptive, they will not be able to earn points for their house. They can also be removed from meetings and have to do some other alternative assignment when house meetings are going on. So they can participate in school-related, but points earned, again, will not be tallied. So, and that'll go every 9 weeks since our terms are 9 weeks. Mentors, our younger students will have a student mentor, or not a student mentor, a faculty mentor that will stay with them for all 3 years. Obviously, depending upon if the student and or faculty member is still here. They're going to help students with assignments, help keep them organized, just kind of be a checking in point for them, to work with their teachers if need be. Again, we try to keep for 3 years, but if it is not found to be beneficial, we will pair them up with somebody new who works out better. The student mentors will be our house tutors. It can be 8th graders tutoring 6th and 7th graders, 7th graders tutoring 6th graders, 6th graders tutoring 6th graders. It kind of depends on the need, but it's going to kind of replace our current peer tutoring that we do right now. Again, if they have a tutor and it's not working out, they will be reassigned. House points. This is how they're going to earn points. So academic, community service, extracurricular activities, house activities, positive behavior, which will be our gold. We've been talking, going back and forth, whether they're going to use the stamps, use the stamp sheet, and use the stamps as those extras, or if we're going to attract it a different way. But we know that positive behavior will play into it. Honor roll status, physical education student of the month. I think we're even going to try to bring back an overall PBIS student of the month. We got that started this year. It didn't quite go all the way through. Perfect attendance, etc. And then here are all the points that you can earn per kid, per team, per term, etc. So since we have an attendance issue here, hopefully this will help. And since the kids are picked at random, someone can't stop them. The kids who they know are always here every day, no matter what. Beta Club, since that's our 85 and above. If you get 50 points for the house that has the most Beta Club members on their particular team. And then you earn points for every mentor. In this case, it should say tutoring, since it's not really mentoring. And then participation, you get 5 points. And then tutoring a member of your own house. So if you sign up to be a tutor or nominated to be a tutor, you'll get 5 points for every assignment or session that you do with them, depending on how many times you volunteer. Extracurricular activities, sports, book club, that should say quiz bowl, there needs to be a space there. Book club, quiz bowl, academic team, house helpers. If they get kicked off of that particular club and or team, they cannot earn points for the year. The points are done per season, if you will, however long your season runs. So planning committee, that would be our student council. Attending a house event, so a house put on like a parent night or some sort of that helps out with Beta Club. Beta Club tries to do fundraising or spaghetti dinner events, things like that. And then field day, which will be our Olympics, and our field day will be done by house as opposed to country this year. And then Cop Doing Good, those are our PBIS points. And then physical education student of the month, and then we need to add our other student of the months. Questions, concerns, comments, thoughts?
How are we gonna track this?
You gonna do the same way we did the negative points this year? Because really,
'Cause I-
admin should be giving points.
Yeah, and I asked the same question, because I said that this could lend itself very easily to fudging. I would think that somehow we need to, so for like honor roll, faculty member needs to gather and do honor roll. To me, you can literally run a report of all of these kids like Julie does, and you can pull them from there. So I know that Julie probably wouldn't want to do that, but so that's easy. Coaches will have to keep track of the sports. So if you coach and/or sponsor an extracurricular activity, you'll have to have a name, your team roster, the house they're in, and if they finish or not. And then at the end, house leaders will have to compute and compile. It would be my recommendation that everyone use the same exact form/template. That way, you can literally copy and paste.
Yes.
Create pivot tables, copy, paste, summarize very easily. Otherwise, you can have people giving you spreadsheets, people giving you Word documents, and people giving you Post-it notes.
Yep.
So maybe that's something we can take to Mary Payne as a points tracking, or Gentry, whoever's going to be in charge of it, points tracking template. I think the kids will actually enjoy this.
I do too.
I think it makes it at least a lot more fun.
Yeah. Just needs to be done with fidelity.
And that would be carried out throughout the year to give it a chance, because we did our PBIS student of the month, and we did that, twice?
Yes.
Twice?
Yeah.
Out of, 9-10 months in school, 9 months. So. All right, again, I'm sure you all will be getting more information. We will be getting more information about this at the beginning of the year. But this is what we have for now.
Looks good.
Any questions concerning Steve, Lady Payne,
Yeah.
Kate Hamilton, or Gentry, or more? But I'll go see the ladies first.
Hi.
You
Welcome.
just interrupted our video, we have to
Yes,
start
you do.
over.
No, you're fine. No, come on.
No, you have
He
it.
fixed
You
it.
took it.
I'm going to Charlotte.
Did you? No, you didn't give it back to her. I was about to say, look, I got your back.
Texting.
My-